NSFW, what have you found out about someone that you would never tell them you know? My cousin and I were playing on his dad's laptop when we opened a folder containing a bunch of close-up POV shots of a dude getting a blowjob from some Asian girl. We were in the middle of the living room surrounded by family at the time, so we quickly closed the folder and shut the laptop without saying a word. It wasn't until later that I realized that I had most likely seen my uncle's schlong at a variety of different angles. My cousin's husband has been having affairs for years. He is a high-powered business person, travels frequently and pretty much has a woman in every port. I know this because I interned at his company for a couple of summers. I didn't disclose we knew each other, and only a couple of people in the office knew we had ties outside the office, and everyone seemed to know what was going on. I didn't have the heart to tell my cousin at the time because she was a SAHM with 2 young girls. But the reality, I was young, stupid and afraid to tell her. The years passed and it became more and more evident she knew exactly what was going on, but tolerated it because she enjoyed the lifestyle he afforded her too much to give it up. Guess we all make our choices in life. I never told my mom that her contact for my dad was called Sex God back in 2009. I bet $100 that dad is the one who renamed himself in the contacts. My boss is her boss and tries, very poorly, to hide it from me, while saying stuff like, "Oh, I gotta leave early to pick up my car from boss house today, bye." Maybe Shush is hinting that you should follow her example. When I was 15, my mom asked me to fix her phone because the internet wasn't working. After poking around for a while, I figured it out and went to test it. When I opened up Google, her top searches were how to make my husband love me and how to make my husband notice me. My dad has been cheating on her most of my life. I'm 20. When her and I talked about him cheating, she said she was used to it and was just staying with him for my sister and I, and that she no longer really loved him. I believed her up until that point. I never told her I saw that. One of my best friends, going on 14 years or so, his sister. It was not uncommon for me to stop by and just walk into the house, knowing the family so long. Well, one day I walk in and bam, brother-sister sexual congress going on the couch. In the middle of the day. They did not notice me, so I just slipped back out. I don't pop over there anymore. Perfect time to get some McDonald's. My father steadfastly believes my mother died the day after his birthday. In reality, she died on his birthday. He's blocked this, changed the date to suit his needs. And no one in my family has any intentions of setting that straight. My brother is actually my half-brother. Always wondered why he didn't look like my dad. Found out that the parents of one of my good friends from high school are avid swingers and have tried to swing with the parents of most of my friends. Luckily, I have no idea if they have been successful, but I'm not gonna tell my friend either way. I found nude pics of one of my friends online. I guess she was modeling on the side. My grandma let it slip that when my mum first had me, mum started looking for places to leave me because she was going to leave my dad. The dad of one of my friends is terminal. She already lost her mom when she was younger and she has a younger sister still in high school. She hasn't told anyone, but I found out because my cousin dates her younger sister. She still seems so happy all of the time. He wasn't supposed to live to see 2018, but he's still around, which is nice. But it still pains me whenever I see her. Sad face. I found a stuffed Lola bunny doll with a hole and cum stains at a friend's house. Found out more about him than I bargained for. I'm pretty sure my wife thinks I can't hear that she farts as soon as she gets in the shower. My best friend once slept over at my house and he slept on the couch ages 18. He wet the bed and blamed it on the cat. I knew it was him, but whenever it comes up I blame the cat too so that he doesn't feel embarrassed. How often do you find yourself bringing it up though? Like, hey man, remember the time the cat pissed on the couch? That they were named in honor of someone who killed his wife and then himself, leaving several kids behind as orphans. I found out that my friend got a girl pregnant, told her he'd take her to an abortion clinic, but then never showed and she had to take herself. I learned this from the girl's roommate. I don't think I'll ever tell him I know, but I lost a lot of respect for him. That I stole my best friend's keys, shoes, belts, and shaving razors in order to save him from attempting suicide. He was incredibly drunk and in the worst mental state of depression and anger I've ever seen, and he was searching for his keys so he could drive home 4 hours, but while he was on a tangent in a different room I stole his things, shoes because shoelaces. He was searching for those keys for hours in the early AM and I searched with him all night. When I finally got him to bed I returned all his things. He's much better now and has gotten help. The day after we bought a new car, my wife hit the garage door and scraped a plastic mudguard. She freaked out and called the dealership, which was an hour away, then drove there and back to have it replaced before I got home from work. I found out because the new mudguards are sold in a pair and the other mudguard and a receipt were hidden in one of the garage cabinets. I have never told her that I know. Finally, one I can answer. I found out my cousin is gay years ago. He hasn't told anyone. We come from a very conservative southern family and it isn't my place to tell anyone. I'd have told him, but I found out by looking at his Reddit account and I feel bad enough about betraying his privacy. I'm sure you're probably reading this now because you're addicted to Reddit, but your secret is safe with me, dude. I followed one of my old coworkers on Tumblr I know several years ago, and forgot about it because she stopped using it. This year she started using it again, but her Tumblr turned into a porn blog for her DDLG relationship with her husband. I would be cruising down my dashboard and suddenly see a video of her in a frilly dress getting reamed in the ass or what have you until I remembered to unfollow her. I hear ya, unfollowed. Helping an elderly friend use her new MacBook Pro so she could look at her son's honeymoon pics that he'd shared with her and the rest of the family. After setting things up on a little projector in the lounge, we all gathered round to watch the slideshow, which was beautiful. They went to Mauritius and South Africa. All was going well until we got to the close-up pictures of them doing anal and the cum shots. Holy wow, the parents are in their late 60s, early 70s. I didn't even think the father had registered what the hell he was seeing, but the mother, super proud upper middle class type, practically died on the spot. The other son swiftly unplugged the projector and we all sat in silence for a moment until the father said, well, at least we know they had a jolly good time. We've never spoken about it again and definitely not told the son and daughter-in-law we know they had anal sex on their honeymoon. What kind of motherfucking psycho doesn't check the folder before sharing it? Holy f***. Found out a friend got fired from a job because he got caught jerking off in the walk-in freezer. Not me, but my friend. I lived in central Missouri during high school and I wasn't out of the closet yet. They're not too friendly to my kind round them parts. I tell you what. Anyway, I was at a play rehearsal and backstage getting ready. I left my phone up front in my seat where everyone would hang out waiting for their part to rehearse. My boyfriend at the time texted me something that would obviously out me. My friend grabs my phone cause it goes off and he thought he'd play a little joke on me and reply something funny in my stead. When he saw what was texted, he just locked my phone and put it back. He never told anyone and kept it to himself until I came out 3 years later. I've had the most profound respect for him since. Maybe not what Op was looking for, but he never told me or anyone about it. Props, brother. My brother had a bunch of little earrings in a bowl in his room when we were 15/17 respectively. I used to put them in my recently pierced ear to see what other rings would look like. These were small, slightly curved barbells, so they were different than the studs I had in. A few months later I heard through the grapevine that my brother had a dick piercing and thought, yeah, that's about right. I only realized years after the fact I was putting his dick rings in my ears and had been asking him how they looked. He's never brought it up or mentioned it. Way to go, dick ears. That they were planning to commit suicide a day after my birthday, so I held an extended get-together for that weekend and tried to help make his life better as much as I could without being too obtrusive. I found my brother's Reddit account. He tried some stuff sexually that I would rather not know, and definitely would not want him to know that I know. I think I have told this story on here before. In elementary school, I saw one of my best friends eating pizza somebody had thrown in a garbage can. I found out a bit later that his dad had lost his job, and his dad, his 2 sisters, and his mom were living on the streets. but he would have died from shame had I told him that I know. But my mom found out from me, and she bought him and his sister's lunch cards for the year, and breakfast cards. The school lunch lady told them that they won them in a raffle. I love your mom, and not in the usual Reddit way. I knew that my husband's former boss was getting by a police officer at work while her husband listened in on the phone. Her husband is the one who usually set it up. My husband and I never told her we knew that, but it taught me that even the most vanilla couples on the outside can be real freaks in the sheets on the inside.